Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Monday. It's a new week. We're halfway through the month of March. Come on, we're at the halftime. It's time to crank it up. It's time to get in gear. It's time to finish the month strong. One thing I like about halftime, and I'm going to our lesson. One thing I like about halftime is it doesn't matter what happened the first half. If you can get inspired, if you can get a different perspective, if you can change your mind in that halftime break, in that locker room, I call it the locker room huddle. If you can change your mind in there, you can come out and change the course of the game. And so I don't know how your first of the month went. I don't know what's been coming at you. I don't know what's been fighting you, but I want to encourage you to get in this locker room huddle and change your perspective, change your mind, and come out as winners, come out as victorious. The devil may have counted you out in the first half. He may have said the odds are against you. They may have already declared you to be the loser, but I'm telling you, you got enough time left in the game. You got enough time left in this month to turn the tide in your favor. So I admonish you, I dare you, I challenge you to take this time, refocus, recalibrate, and come out so that you can win this month. I'm telling you, God has you. There's a prophetic thrust that's getting ready to hit every obedient person, every obedient son. There is a prophetic thrust. All right, let me get out of here because I feel like prophesying now. There is a prophetic thrust that is getting ready to hit every obedient son. And what should take 5 years is getting ready to take 5 weeks. I'll say it again. What should take 5 years is getting ready to take 5 weeks. All you got to do is obey, and a thrust in the prophetic realm is getting ready to catapult you into your destiny. All right. And let me get out of there because I feel that thing stirring up. It's March Madness. We're canceling the chaos this morning. Grace and peace this month. Grace and peace may be multiplied to you from God, who's certainly our Father. Happy Monday, Mindset Monday. Money Monday, make it happen Monday, Miracle Monday. Happy Monday to you as you start this week. Grace and peace again. This week we're going to still deal with the March Madness and canceling the chaos. Today we specifically going to deal with des- design your day. We're going to talk about building rhythms this week. We're going to talk about building rhythms. The season has shifted for you. You need new rhythms. The season has shifted. The time has shifted. Everything shifted for you. You need new rhythms. If you're on Facebook, welcome to all of our Facebookers there. Will you like this video? Come on, I need to see some hearts right there. Will you tag 2 or 3 people in it? Every day, I need you all tagging people in this broadcast. More people need to hear that we're on for Arise and Build every morning at 7 a.m. at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Central Time. Okay. We're on every morning, Monday through Friday for Rise and Build. So will you tag 2 or 3 people on, tell them to get in here right now. And then if you have shared this to your profile, share it to your pages, and share it to your groups right there. And if you're on YouTube, welcome YouTube. Do me a favor over on YouTube and click that thumbs up button. We need some interaction over there. So click that thumbs up button and then click that share link and share the link on your social media. Share it out to your family, share it out to your friends via text and let them know, hey, catch us live or watch the replay for a Rise and Build. If you have not already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link is in the description of the video. If you've not already, subscribe to my Facebook page, J. Michael Daniels. The link is in the description of the video. You need to be subscribed so you can have all things that are happening with us here at creating your now. I'm excited about our future. I'm telling you, I can't wait to testify on what God is doing. And I know if He's doing it in my life, it's only a matter of time. It's flowing down the beard. So every connected son, every connected daughter, every connected partner, I'm decreeing and declaring that a divine acceleration is hitting your life. You need to stay in this place. Who needs to hear this? You need to stay in this place. I know it's uncomfortable. It don't feel good sometimes. It's stretching you. There's a godly stretch that's taking place right here. But you need to stay in this place. God has a purpose. He has a plan. He has an assignment. And this is what I can stand confident in knowing, that He knows the plans. All right. This week, if you're sowing this week, we're going to sow right there. Jeremiah 29:11. We're going to sow right there. So if you're sowing this week, will you consider sowing a 29:11 seed, maybe sowing a 9:11 seed, or sowing a 2:11 seed? Will you consider partnering with us? Maybe you want to sow 129:11. Will you consider partnering with us this week and sowing a He knows the plans that He has for us? I can shout right there. I don't even have to know the rest of the scripture, because in this day and time, it seems so chaotic. It seems like we're in a whirlwind. But when I can rest on the fact that He knows the plans. Okay, I better come out of that thing because I'm ready to shift. You better look at your neighbor. You better look at yourself in the mirror and declare that God knows the plans. The devil may be trying something, but God has a plan, and He knows what they are towards me, and they're good and not of evil, plans to prosper me of a hope and an expected end. I have a future in God. Come on, declare that. I have a future in God, and He knows the plans. So will you partner with us this week by sowing a 29:11 seed, a 9:11 seed, a 2:11 seed, or 129:11? You can do that. The ways of giving is in the description of the video on YouTube, and it's in the pinned comment right there on Facebook. So will you consider partnering with us as we pray and believe God that He knows the plans that He has for you? As you sow the 911 seed, that He's going to step in your emergency and He's going to turn it around for you. And as you're sowing that 211 seed, that He's going to give you divine information, that He's going to give you divine revelation and strategy on how to get out. Let us get started this morning. Many people wake up hoping that the day will go well, but hope is not a strategy. If your day has no structure, it will be filled with interruptions, requests, and distractions before you even realize what happened. That's why many people reach the end of the day wondering, what did I actually accomplish today? Not because they were lazy, but because the day was never designed. Chaos filled the unstructured space, and peace grows in intentional rhythms. Write that down. Peace grows in intentional rhythms. I need to be intentional about the rhythms in my life so that peace can grow. A designed day creates a directed life. Put that in your notes. A designed day creates a directed life. Point number one. Point number one. Your morning sets your direction. Why do you think we get up and arise and build? Why do you think we get up and arise and pray? Because your morning set the direction. The first hour shapes the next 10. The moment you wake up, your brain begins deciding what kind of day you will have. If the first thing you do is grab your phone, your attention immediately becomes reactive. Messages, notifications, news. Suddenly your mind is responding instead of leading. But when your morning begins intentionally with small practices, prayer, reflection, meditation, planning your day, exercise, walking, your mind enters into a day filled with direction. In fact, it's embracing, it's looking for, it's expecting direction. Two people can start their day differently. One begins reacting to notifications, news, messages, and the other begins with clarity and intentionality, focus. By midday, their mental state looks completely different and their day begins to shape completely different. How you start your morning determines the direction of your day. My friend, Dr. Apostle Bishop Connie Stewart wrote a book, Commanding Your Morning. You need to command your morning. You need to get up and command your morning. How my day will be. You need to get up and command that morning. So, what you need to do is you need to protect the first moments of your day. You need to protect the first moments of your day. Even 10 intentional minutes can change the tone of your entire day. Just 10 before your feet hit the ground, before you brush your teeth. I know that's hard. Some of our breath in the nighttime, we sleep with our mouth open. It may not come out right. Put a tic tac on the side of your bed. But for 10 minutes before your feet touch the ground, before your children call your name, before the dog is demanding your attention, before the phone is drawing you in, just sit in a place of meditation. Just sit in a place of prayer. Just sit in a place of commanding your day for just 10 intentional minutes and watch your whole life begin to change. Watch the next 10 hours of your life begin to go in the direction that you commanded it in that 10 minutes. Point two. Point two. Structure reduces stress. Structure reduces stress. Predictable rhythms calm your mind. When I know that I'm gonna get up and I gotta walk these miles and I gotta do this and I got a little structure, I'm not as stressed because I know that I can get it done. Immediately getting off the line with you, I got structure on my classwork today. And I'm not stressed about all of the work that I need to accomplish and how soon I need to accomplish it because I have a structure. And as long as I lean into that structure, my mind can stay calm that which I need to complete will be completed by the time it needs to be completed because there is a structure in place. Come on. I'm not trying to preach to you, but we got to get a structure in place. Got to get a structure in place. Your brain relaxes when it knows what comes next. Some of us, the reason our brain can't relax because it don't know. It don't know if we just have to fight. It don't know if we just have to cry. It don't know if we're gonna lay down. It don't know if we're gonna be depressed. It don't know if we're gonna run. And your mind is stressed because it doesn't know what's next. But when you have predictable rhythms, it allows your mind to be confident and comfortable with what's coming next. Unstructured days forces consistent decision making. When my day is not structured, I don't have a plan, I don't have a calendar, then it forces me all day to constantly make a decision of what needs to draw my attention. That's why you're so exhausted because all day long you're deciding what needs to draw your attention. But if you have a schedule, come on here now. If you have a structure, then you're not living a day of constant decision making as it relates to what needs to pull at your attention. I'm sorry. Starting next week, you need to book a Calendly appointment to talk to me. I know some of you may be my friends. You may have my direct number, but I got a new schedule. There's some things that's going on in my life in the corporate it's a sector. There's some things that's going on in my life in the entrepreneur sector. There's some things that's going on in my life in school. There's some things that's going on in my life in the family structure. So guess what? My calendar is now going to reflect all of these things. So when you need to talk to me, you're going to have to go to my calendar. It's going to open up 3 weeks at a time. And it's going to tell you my availability for those 3 weeks. Now, wait a minute, because, let me tell you how you need to put a boundary here. Because some people just call you to grab all that they can get for you and drop nothing off. So in order to book certain things, you're going to have to pay. The Calendly link comes with the payment link, a payment portal. You're not going to get on the phone with me to talk credit for hours and then you use what I tell you and go on and do your thing. No, you're going to have to book an appointment. Either you're going to book a strategy session or you're going to book credit repair, credit restoration session. But you're going to book a session and the payment is going to be there before I come. I was going to make a post one day. It was petty. It was a petty post. That's why I didn't make it. But the post was going to say this. It was going to say, if it can be text me. Don't call me. And if it's about business, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, Apple Pay, Google Pay, hit that payment link, and then I'll call you. You don't have to call me. It was petty. It was petty. But in order to get my time, because it's protected, it's structured, you're going to have to get on my calendar in advance. I don't take same day appointments. Your emergency is not my emergency. We're going to have to get a little structure. We're going to have to get a structure so that we're not constantly making the decision throughout the day on what needs to grab your attention. Any decision, because that grows us into this decision fatigue, which creates exhaustion. We're exhausted because we're in decision fatigue. We're constantly making a decision, this or that or this. Simple rhythms, work blocks, rest breaks, focus periods, reduce mental energy required to manage the day. Each day, you need a work block, a rest break, and a focus period. Each day, your day need to have in this calendar a work block. These are the hours I'm working, whether that's on a job, whether that's my own business or brand. You need rest breaks built into the day. And then you need a focus period. The focus period is a period where you're focusing on self-development. So that's prayer, meditation, reading. You need a work block, or if you're, a family person, that's your family. You need a work block, rest block, focus periods. And the focus periods are designed so family focus, self-care focus, prayer focus. They're just that focus periods. Whatever you need to focus on, you block that in. Structure removes unnecessary decisions. I don't have to decide what I'm going to do. My calendar is already set. People who plan their day in advance usually feel calmer than someone who's constantly deciding what to do next. Clarity reduces that stress. Clarity reduces that stress. So before tomorrow begins, today, I need you to identify 3 priorities of the day. What are my 3 priorities each day? Each day, I need to focus on these 3 priorities. School, for me, it's family, school, work. Family, school, work. Those are 3 priorities of my day. And because I don't want you to feel like, oh, he left God out and all that. God and all that comes into my family. That's my primary focus. So I would schedule him in my family time. Let's shape your schedule. Let's begin to not just play and allow the day to just kind of formulate, but let's shape our schedule around at least 3 of our priorities. Point 3, we're hurrying. Point 3, small rhythms create big stability. Small rhythms create big stability. Consistency matters more than intensity. I know, I know you think you need to go to the gym and power lift today. But when you power lift today, you're going to be out for the next 2 weeks. And guess what? That was 13 more days of nothing. So instead of going and power lift, let's do 5 pounds each day consistently until my body has come into an agreement with consistency. Oh, that's good. Write it down. You need to make small strides each day until your body has come into agreement with consistency. When your body comes in, your mind comes into agreement with consistency, then you can begin to intensify that which is already constant. Don't intensify something that's not consistent in your life. Okay, write that down. Don't intensify something that's not consistent in your life. Consistency matters more than intensity. You need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. It matters. People often think transformation requires dramatic effect. You didn't get big dramatically. You're not going to get small dramatically. You didn't get out of shape dramatically. You're not going to get in shape dramatically. You didn't fall behind dramatically. You're not going to fall forward dramatically. You didn't ruin your credit dramatically. You're not going to start paying your bills on time dramatically. I know it sounds negative, but it's not. It's putting reality. You need to make small, consistent strides. Take one of your lowest bills and pay it on time every month. It may not even be your primary bill. It may be, something that's $25 a month. Pay that first. Show yourself you can consistently pay your bills on time and watch God stretch you to where you have more money than you have month. But he needs to be able to trust you and trust your consistency. Real stability comes from simple habits practiced consistently. Write that down. Real stability comes from consistent habits. Simple habits practiced consistently. Something simple, something small, something minute. Just do it consistently. Lift that 5. You can be listening right here, sitting with your 5-pound weight, doing your arms. Small, consistent, 20 minutes a day, each day. You can be walking in this time for 20 minutes a day, even if you just got to walk in place while you're listening to this broadcast. Consistent, small, simple habits consistently done creates real stability. Small rhythms repeated daily build strong lives. If I do a small rhythm daily, my life will begin to strengthen because it will be accustomed to this. Morning reflection, focus on work blocks, and evening review. Simple rhythms, but these rhythms can anchor your day. These rhythms will anchor your day because it'll bring you into a different perspective in the morning. It'll have you focus on what you need to focus on through the day, and it'll make you review it so you can do better tomorrow at the end of the day. Those 3 simple rhythms can change your life. Because people who spend just 10 minutes planning each morning often accomplish more meaningful work than people who rush to chaotic schedule. I got this, I need to do this, I need to be in the office, and you're rushing to chaos. But if you step back and just take 10 minutes to schedule your day a little bit, you'll see you accomplish much more in that day. Okay? So today, choose the daily rhythm. Choose a daily rhythm and begin practicing it this week. Start small, but stay consistent. Start small, but stay consistent. Our assignment today, protect the first moments of your morning. Practice 10 minutes of intentionality. starting tomorrow morning. Protect the first moments of your morning by practicing 10 minutes of intentionality. When you first get up for 10 minutes, don't grab your phone, don't speak to nobody, don't say hello to no. Practice 10 minutes of intentionality before the hustle and bustle of your day. Practice it. If you got to sit in bed before you sit up and just sit in stillness, and in your mind become grateful, in your mind begin to pray, in your mind begin to reflect, do that. Do that. Protect the first moments of your morning. Number two, identify three priorities today for tomorrow. Today, I want you to identify your three priorities for tomorrow, and then I want you to create simple daily rhythms that you will repeat this week. So we're going to protect the first 10 minutes. We're going to pick three priorities out of our life, and then we're going to create at least one simple daily rhythm that you can keep this week, whatever it is. Whatever it is, keep that daily rhythm. Your day should be guided, and it should guide your life so that you don't have to chase it, run behind it. Some of us are chasing our own life. The life we desire and we deserve, we're chasing it instead of directing it. Okay, let me get out of that because I feel like teaching now. You don't have to control everything in your life to experience peace, but you can design rhythms that will shape your day. And when your day becomes intentional, your life begins moving with direction instead of reacting. This week, we're building rhythms that support clarity, that support focus, and that support peace, right? Our daily affirmation today. My day begins with clarity and purpose. I move through my day with intention. My routines create stability and focus. I design my life with wisdom and discipline. Peace and direction guides my steps. My day begins with clarity and purpose. I move through my day with intention. My routines create stability and focus. I design my life with wisdom and discipline. Peace and direction guides my steps. I create my now, right? Let's be intentional. Let's be intentional. Make sure you like this video. Hit some hearts right there. Tag 2 or 3 people in the video. Share it again. Let them know to jump on. If you're on YouTube, share that link out. Tell them to be intentional about their day. We're here every Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Central Time, um, 7 a.m. on the East Coast every morning. Right here on YouTube, right here on Facebook. Join us. Tomorrow morning, every 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, we're going to have 5 a.m. prayer, Arise and Build. 5 a.m. Tuesdays at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. Every Tuesday, we'll have Arise and Pray right there on Facebook. So join us. Make sure you follow my Facebook. Make sure you follow and subscribe to the YouTube. Both of the links are right there in the description of this video. If you're sowing today, you need to put a seed on this intentionality. We're sowing 2911. We're sowing 911. We're sowing 211. We're sowing 12911. We're believing God that He knows the plans, and we're getting ready to be intentional about the plans that He has for us to prosper, of good hope, of an expected end, of a good future. He knows the plans, and we're about to be intentional about directing our life towards those plans. All right, more grace to you today. Go, grow, and glow as you obey God, even with the seed. I'm praying that pressed down, shaking together, running over. May He cause men to give unto your bosom. May people, places, and things obey Him concerning you by using their power, their ability, their influence, their affluence, their network, and their net worth on your behalf. I believe that. I decree that. And so shall it be in Jesus' name. Have a happy Monday, a miraculous Monday, a make it happen Monday, a money comes now Monday. Go, grow, and glow. His peace, His protection, His provision is your portion.